Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to DJ TLM TV. My name is DJ TLM, and today's question is about mixing vocal tracks. The question comes from Chris, and he wants to know if it's possible to mix a vocal track with another vocal track. And he's a starter. He wants to know if there's any tips on how to do that, and if it's even possible, so that he's not wasting his time. Now, Chris, this all depends on what you mean by mixing two vocal tracks. If your goal is to make a transition from one vocal track to the next, that is definitely possible. That's just normal mixing. That's what I do all the time. I mean, I play mostly hip hop and R&B, and there's always vocals going on right there. And then you're just dealing with song structure, so you need to know when to make your transition, because most songs will have that same structure where you have the hook, the chorus, verses, and then the hook again, then a verse and a hook. And most of those tracks will start with just music or just a beat. So when you have finished with the first track and you've let it play for like one or two verses, and it's time for that hook, that chorus to come back in, that's where you make the transition and you start the second track from the beginning, where there's just a beat, and then that beat is playing over the hook from the first song. So you can make that transition there. And most of the times when the hook ends after about 8 bars, sometimes 4, most of the time 8 bars, the second song that you are starting to mix in will start with the vocals. So you mix that song out and the next song starts, and it's quite logical, and that will work. You just have to figure out where the hook begins so you know where to start your mix. But if what you meant was to mix two vocal tracks, to have them playing at the same time, so the vocals are both playing at the same time, that's going to be a problem. That's not going to sound good, probably in 99% of the cases, because you have to imagine that's like having two people tell you two different stories at the exact same time. One in your left ear, one in your right ear. That's chaos. Even if you beat match the tracks so that the music is in sync and there's no problem there, the vocals are going to be doing their own thing. And it doesn't even matter if you have singing or rapping. Singing is probably going to be a little bit more easy on the ear if you compare it to two different rap vocals through each other. But I don't know, it's probably not going to sound good. The only thing that might work, if you have a singing vocal on one track and you just EQ it in a way that the frequency doesn't really clash with the vocal from the other track, so that you have like, you hear some singing in the background and you hear like a rap vocal or a louder singing vocal on the other one, but then you have to make sure that their singing is kind of in key so that it doesn't clash on that level. I will get into this when I return to my mix tutorial series, which I will do really soon. I know I've been promising that for a while, but I need to continue that series. But it can be done, but in most cases, it doesn't really work that well. This is something that you need to find two tracks that will match in every sense of the word, and then find the right parts of the two songs to match and figure out which EQ will work best to make that sound like something special. This is not something I need to get into deeper like this. I would have to show you, but it's not something that I normally do, because most of the times it will be chaos. So Chris, I hope that helps you out, and if other people are practicing their mixes at home and they were wondering if they could do that with the vocal tracks, most of the time your ear will tell you, this doesn't sound good. So I hope this helps you out. If it does, make sure you click like, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, and I'll be back tomorrow. Peace out, guys.